Hello, we're back with another taste challenge. This is going to count for Monday. Monday's typically not a very good day for challenges, live broadcasts, and this Monday coming up is probably no exception. All right. Well, anyway, here we are on Thursday, the 12th of January, filling in for Monday, the 31st. Finished cleaning my house. I was very happy. It's beautiful weather outside. It's cold, but it's crystal clear skies right now. It'll get cloudy later, and running about 52 degrees right now. Okay, well, we're into blended whiskey, all right, at this particular time. And I've got Bellows. The company was established in 1830. This whiskey is blended. Now, I didn't write this, they wrote it. This whiskey is blended for maximum smoothness. So let's keep that in mind. Maximum smoothness. Oh, I'll probably forget. Bellows, bottled in Missouri by Luxco, who was recently bought out by Midwest Grain Products, who probably makes the bourbon. Well, who probably makes the grain spirits at least. Now, why does it say American blended whiskey rather than Missouri blended whiskey? And the competitor is Kessler, Julius Kessler, American blended whiskey. Why does it say American blended whiskey rather than Kentucky blended whiskey? Well, I'll tell you why. Because the whiskey could be coming from anywhere in America, no particular state. More than likely, the bulk whiskey in this, meaning the unaged grain neutral spirits, which is not a whiskey yet because it has not been aged in oak, but is almost assuredly 100% corn, sweet corn, distilled in a column still and brought down to 80 proof with tap water, is probably coming from Midwest Grain Products of Lawrenceburg, Indiana, who produces a huge amount and probably the vast majority of grain neutral spirits in the United States, and gin and vodka. Well, if it says American blended whiskey, that tells you it can come from anywhere in America. All it says on here is it's blended and bottled by Julius Kessler of Frankfort and Claremont, Kentucky. Julius Kessler is part of Beam-Suntory, so there is no Julius Kessler. 80 proof, blended at an 80-20, blended at a 27.5 to 27.5. I'm sorry, can't get it right. 72.5 to 27.5 blend ratio. What that means is 72.5% of the volume of this product is unaged corn liquor, grain spirits. Does it have to be made from corn? No. They could use rice. They could use barley. They could use wheat, but they're using corn because it's government subsidized cheapo grain. Age, the straight bourbon in here, the straight whiskey, doesn't have to be bourbon. Could be wheat whiskey, could be barley whiskey, could be corn whiskey, but the most common is bourbon, which is, that's what they're using. And it's aged 2 years. Introduced 1888. It's the second best-selling blended whiskey in America. The number one selling is Seagram 7 Crown, which everybody sells Seagram 7 Crown. Any liquor store in America is going to have Seagram 7 Crown. But this is number 2, and many stores will have it. Not around here, but many stores do in your state. This bottle I bought at Total Wine and More for $12.99. Can you believe that? $12.99. And the price has jumped up 50 cents since I bought it, thanks to the U.S. government. And we want to give credit to where credit's due. Who should we give credit to this inflationary economy? All the prices going up day after day. We want to give credit to people who caused it, and that's the United States government, that government in Washington, D.C. So that's that. Now, so we got 80-20, your standard blend ratio, which is standard for American, Canadian, Irish, Northern Irish, Scottish whiskey. What's the difference? Canada, Ireland, Northern Ireland, Scotland, it has to be aged 3 years. In America, the grain alcohol can be raw, unaged. I said can be, does not have to be. Can they use aged grain spirits and make a blended whiskey? They certainly can. But they certainly do not in most cases, which is why it's so incredibly cheap. Time is money. They spend no time aging it. They save a lot of money, and that's why you can get this for $12.99 a handle. All right. Now, price differential, please, says Joe Biden Stenters. Basically the same price. This was $8.99 for the liter. All right. At International Market on Barron Street in Metairie, Louisiana. And this was $12.99 for the handle at Total Wine and More on Veterans Boulevard in Metairie, Louisiana. $8.99 divided by 1,000 times 1750. So this would be $15.73 for a handle. So okay, the Bellows is about $3. No, $2.50 more. I mean, come on. State to state is going to vary, so they're basically the same price. Jeep and Foodie says a new challenge already. Yes, because I want to get this over with, so I don't have to be thinking about it over the weekend, and it'll be taken care of for Monday. Lurk says, hope you're doing well, Ron. Having a check bar. Check bar for lunch. Very cold today in Ontario. I'm doing fine, Lurk. It's not so cold here, but it's chilly. John Anelia says, cheers, Ron. Thanks, Biden. We want to thank Biden for having to pay more every month, and Trump too, because Trump was a very big spender, but especially Biden. So I don't want the Biden fans to think I'm stealing credit from him. I'm not. I'm giving him the credit for most of the inflation. So I want to give credit where credit's due, but Trump also gets some of the credit. All right, John Anile, one of my moderators. Thank you, John Anile, for watching over there and with Massachusetts, Northern Massachusetts peer reviews. Even my family in the United States who lean Democrat and usually do what they're told are super sick of Biden, says Lurk. It's amazing. Even the robots are starting to rebel. The mind-numb robots are starting to rebel. And that's a scary thing when the mind-numb robots begin to rise up. Anyway, you might be watching saying, I bet you're trying to encourage that. You're encouraging it. I'm not discouraging it. Okay. But I've been known to stand up against tyranny. You say, I bet you that cost you some Facebook friends. I bet you it did. All right. I'm glad too. I don't want them to be, I don't want fake friends. Fake friends we don't need. We want real friends, not fake friends. Fake friends need to go bye-bye, and real friends need to stay around and be friends. You know, I'm like that. I'm loyal, you know, loyalty over anything. But some people's loyalty is only based on how it assuages their narcissistic megalomania. You say, but I have an idol to my own self in my house. I bow down to my own self every day. I worship me. I believe that, actually. All right. It's the difference between a peer and a friend. I can be peers with basically anyone, but a friend is different. Yeah, a friend is somebody you're really friendly with, you know. But you know, being on the internet and all, I have people come to me like, I love your reviews, man. They're the greatest. They inspired me. Your reviews inspired me. I say, okay. Then I get the friend request. I accept it as long as they're not bothering me, you know. When they start bothering me, I got a problem. But, you know, if they're just cool, you know, want to join Alcohol Eggs. I want to join Alcohol Eggs. I believe in you, man. Okay, good. And I let them, and we have a good time. But then you get the little crazy ones, you know. Get the little crazy ones. I heard what you said about the Supreme Court. I'm like, okay. Remember when I told you 2 years ago I had a lot of political ideas because that's my area. I taught social studies for over 20 years. And then, you know, I'm not going to be your friend anymore. I'm like, you weren't my friend to start with. I don't even know who you are. Biden is pushing for a hot war with Russia at the prodding of the military-industrial complex. Eisenhower knew that threat. What's up, guys? Says Big and Veiny. Yeah. What's up? I don't know. How are you doing? You hanging out at the bathhouse? You having a good time? All right. Not to say I'm against viewers who hang out at New York City and San Francisco bathhouses. You're welcome to watch. All right. Have the whole entire collection of all the Village People records. That's cool, you know. Yeah, I mean, these people they're crazy. You know, they say, well, I'm going to help my approval rating by starting World War III. That'll help me out. They really believe it, you know. You say, well, they made a movie about this called The Planet of the Apes. It's like literally not a fictional movie. And aren't they bad people? Really, it's just emotion. No, they're not bad people. They're just defective in a way. We're all defective in a way, of course, but they're more so because they're like volatile. I say volatile people, volatile. Lots of people argue with emotion, not logic, and they get an image of you from your videos without realizing you are a person who has opinions like anyone else. I agree with that. It becomes a unrealistic evaluation of a person based on doing video reviews, which is a trivial thing to start with. Jay, do you think John F. Kennedy was killed by a single gunman? No, I don't think he was killed by a single gunman. All right. Appearance. Well, same story here. We've got amber. No, I'm going to retract that. This is copper. Copper from Julius Kessler. Are they adding as much caramel as they can legally get away with to make this thing dark? I would agree with that. Are they adding a measured amount of caramel to this? Coloring, caramel coloring. Yeah, probably. Hey, you say, look, let me tell you something. I'll watch your videos. I love you, man. Oh, maybe you don't say that because you're not crazy. But you might be one of the viewers that say, man, I don't even care how much I want it cheap. If it's 80 proof and it don't disgust me, you know, if it's like not stomach turning, I'll buy it. I'm gonna mix it with orange juice anyhow. I'm gonna mix it with chocolate milk, and I'm gonna watch Scooby-Doo and drink it while I play Scrabble with my first cousin. It's a perfect product for that. You say, I'm not going to a hangout with whiskey fans and say, oh, the aroma is so erudite. I love the intricate interplay between the malt, the malt whiskey and I get that. Okay, so these are perfect for that. They're especially perfect if you're not looking to really detail the product and break them down into any kind of intricate, in any intricate manner. Was not. Why are you asking me all these questions that are not related to the video? Yeah, I don't want to answer all that. Stick to the topic. We do a political video, we could talk about politics. I'm not trying to be ugly, but it'd be like somebody asking me, which model year of Volkswagen Super Beetle was the best? Well, how's that related to the product? I'm not against Volkswagen Super Beetles introduced in 1971. 1970 for the 71 model year. But I'm not talking about that right now. Good day, Ronald, says Michael Hill. Good day to you. Yeah, well, I think that's just what you call straw man. Or social studies teacher will know, yes. But I'm not talking about it right now. I have to see if Kessler is available in my area. I've never seen it. It's probably, you don't have to apologize. We're just not talking about it. You have to catch him at the right time to share these opinions. Be patient. Do these two whiskeys have higher grade variants? No, they don't. This is it. You get Kessler and only Kessler. There's no Kessler barrel proof. Well, there could be. Now, I can't say that, but there probably isn't. But you never know with these things. But I doubt you're going to go to a liquor store and see Kessler barrel proof. But I could be wrong. You're going to see Bellows, and that's it. Time to taste, folks. Look, I do a lot of blended whiskey taste challenges. Am I ever wowed by the product? I'm certainly never wowed by the product. On the other hand, contrawise, do I absolutely hate the product, and am I disgusted and nauseated by the products? Honestly, I'm not. They're just kind of like, you know, they on the shelf. You could buy it or not buy it. It's just there. It's not as bad as people claim, and it's not as good as you would like it to be. That's my theory. That's my statement. I always say that. It's not as bad as people claim it is, but it's never as good as you wish it was. Montezuma tequila. There's a reason it's $8.99 a bottle. But if you watch some of these video reviews, it's like totally outrageous. It's like there's no way it tastes like that. I don't know if they thought that was going to help their channel, if it was some kind of clickbait, but is Montezuma tequila good? Well, it's kind of good. Is it as bad as they say? No way. You would die if you drank something that bad. And they do the same thing with beer reviews. And I say that they stunt in front end. It's a game. Oh, that smells like cheap column stilled corn liquor, honestly. Oh, it smells the same, but with some very strange nut oil. Must be the Kessler. All right, time to taste. Time to taste. Enough jibber jabber. Well, I don't know what that flavor is. It's not a mustiness like an old attic, but it's kind of like that. You know what I think it is? I said this with Jim Beam now too many times. I said Jim Beam bourbon tastes like green wood, like wood that hasn't dried properly. It's still green, and cellar mold. Like, I'm not joking, like black mold that's in a cellar. You say, that sounds terrible. Well, I'm picking that up here, and I don't know. Is it probably a misunderstanding of the flavor and aroma? Oh, yeah, almost assuredly. A misunderstanding on my part. But I still notice it, and it's consistent. So even the misunderstanding is consistent, which means there's a house style with it. Ooh. This one has even more of it. It's got to be the Kessler. So the Kessler takes what Bellows shouldn't have and exemplifies it. You say, well, that's because the Bellows isn't aged 4 years. It's only got 2 years on the straight whiskey, and it's not aged enough. It's too raw. It's too cheap. Well, you hit the nail on the head, I think. You solved the riddle. There's a reason these products are super cheap, and it ain't because they're great. There's some vanilla here, some wood, some convulsions. Oh, why did I get into this American blended whiskey? Can you tell me why? Can you explain it? I can't actually. You say, oh, because it exists. You said that before. You try them because they exist. Oh, yeah, that's right. Because they exist. Man, if I never tasted that again for the rest of my life, I would pay you money. All right. Ouch. I mean, how many times do you drink whiskey and it literally makes you go, ouch? Do these products improve as you drink on them? Actually, they don't. They get worse, which is remarkable because most straight bourbon, the more you sip on it, the better it gets. It's like, oh, yeah, I didn't notice that. Oh, there's a character I didn't pick up before. But with these, you say, oh, what is this? And then you keep sipping, you say, did I take the wrong pill this morning? Did I like get disoriented when I was in the medical? It's like all kind of things you're trying to think. Do I have arrhythmia in my heart? Did I have a stroke? It's like you just trying to figure out what's wrong. Like you take a sip and you say, oh, I think I'm developing Parkinson's disease. But you don't know, but whatever the thing is, you dread it. Well, which one is better? Let's say it like that. Which one's better? Oh, yay! Let's go to the parade. Let's go to the Crew of Nefertiti this Sunday in New Orleans. I won't be there, but many thousands will be. The main thing you say when you drink this is why? Why? Now with this one over here, you don't say that. You don't say why. You do like the Tin Man in that 1939 movie. You say, oil can, oil can. Like, help me, help me. Won't you please help me? All right, well, oh no. All right, let's look at the comments, then we're going to make a determination if possible. Do these two whiskey variants have higher grade variants? Of course they do not. Do I like sherried scotch? I've never had it. Johnny Newley says, Kessler barrel proof, laughing and crying. Make it and the people will buy it. Quincy Adams deleted a message. I wish I could delete some of my messages over the years. Did anybody ever play Custer's Revenge on Atari? Great game. Once again, comments that are totally unrelated to the video at hand. I wouldn't spend my money on it. You could spend a little bit of money on these and they'd be fine. Like I said, think about what I spent. And then all my antics don't really mean that much. Remember, I spent $12.99. I spent $8.99. That's 9 and 13. That's $22 for 2,750 milliliters, which you're not going to drink straight anyway or neat at room temperature. You're going to blend it with Kool-Aid or Gatorade or Powerade or Mellow Yellow or Mountain Dew or coffee. You see, these are not made to do what I'm doing. They don't work that way. What's up, guys? Says Richard Ramirez. Not a lot, just tasting some blended whiskey. Ronald, did you watch the Saints when they had Earl Campbell and Ken Stabler? Yes, I did. That's why I'm so troubled. Laughing out loud, says B&V. Maxwell says, hello, Ron. Hello, Maxwell in the Russian Federation. Sorry you got robbed. All right, now. Well, anyway, getting back to planet Earth. The Lulus are out today. All right, anyway, does social media attract these type of people? Yeah. Anyway, you ever been on Facebook? Anyway, I think, and I'm totally not confident in this, I think this is the Kessler by virtue of it's even less appealing. It's strange though, because it's 27.5% straight bourbon. You say, but do you think they're using exemplary straight bourbon? For $12.99 a handle, I'm pretty sure they are using their least expensive and most defective straight bourbon, you would assume. It is the Julius Kessler. Oh, well, just goes to show you, you can take the worst of the worst and still get it right. Well, now, brown cow. Is there a chance that Julius Kessler, is underwhelming as it is there a chance that it could have a character that will discern it from all the rest? That, in other words, that I could tell it apart from all the rest? I think there's a chance. The only downside is I got 95% of the bottle left to drink. Oh, well, there's worse problems in life than that. So if you were looking to drink a really cheap American blended whiskey, like embarrassingly cheap, my advice to you would be skip the Kessler and get the Bellows. Is it going to be better? Well, I don't know if it's better, but at least it's not worse. So, yeah. Do I have a lot lower grade products coming? Unfortunately, I do. That's the scary part. I've got things that'll make these look good, like Clubhouse. Oh no. I have just atrocities coming up. These things are they're so bad, they're kind of good though. You know what I mean? Like you have to laugh when you sip them. You think it's kind of fun in a way, a very bad way, but they're fun. They're fun. They're just like, you just think, what are these people thinking when they make this product? It's comical. Like Karen said in Goodfellas 1990, it's funny. It's funny. All right, thanks for watching this video production.